Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to chat to you about how to create a visually consistent color story for your fashion editorial. First, I'd like to mention this video is sponsored by Squarespace. They're an awesome all-in-one platform for all that your website might need. They have a great customer service in case you have any issues with setting up your website. They have beautiful templates that you can fully customize and you can change around if you change your mind at some stage. They are very affordable to work with. Their plans start at around $10 a month, which is really good, especially if you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of money to put into your website. It looks super professional, super nice, and I definitely recommend it. So if you guys want to check it out, make sure to use my discount code and you'll get 10% off of your first purchase. Recently, I've been really obsessed with color matching stories, creating stories where, let's say, the clothing and the location look the same, or the clothing matches the skin color. I just find those kind of stories to be so beautiful, and I think that they just look so nice and consistent on your feed. And you know, if it's an editorial, it just looks so nice in the magazine. Anytime I do a fashion story, especially if I have to style it myself, I always start on Pinterest and I mood board everything there. I create a new board and I put everything in there, and I just try and kind of come up with a consistent visual board where everything looks nice and consistent throughout. So by doing this, I help myself to come up with ideas how to style it and how to work everything out and what model to pick and how, you know, what kind of hair and makeup to go for and so on. I decided to go for three main colors in my color scheme. It was white, nude, and blue. And the white was in the clothing and the building, blue was in the pieces of the doors that were in the building and the sky, and then the nude was the model's skin color, her hair, and then the accessories. So we used kind of nude slippers, we used a straw bag, and we also had some gold jewelry. So this way you have the three main components. And I feel like when you go for just the three color setup, it creates such a beautiful, strong color story because everything is super consistent. I find white to be a relatively easy color to work with because you don't have that many shades, it's just white or gray. So that was definitely easier for me, and you know, because I'm not a stylist and because I've been putting it myself, it definitely helps to have, you know, one color that you can choose from. But if, for example, you decide to go for a shoot that is maybe shades of nude, as I've done before, we had a stylist there that pulled clothes that were just shades of brown and kind of red. So whenever I do color-coded shoots like that, I just try and stick to the same kind of area in the color wheel. So if I go for, let's say, blues, I will just stick to different shades of blues. If it's greens, different shades of greens, and so on. So it all kind of stays consistent within that little circle on the color board. What I also really loved about the white, nude, and blue setup was that the colors were quite contrasty to each other on the color wheel, so they weren't really similar. But because of that, and because, you know, the white was the dominant color and then the blue and the nude were kind of like fill-in colors, it created a very nice consistent story where it wasn't overpowering and there was a nice contrast between those, so you didn't have, you know, white on white on white. And because of that also, the skin was standing out way more. It was nice and dark and rich, and the color was so beautiful. The highlights were showing really well because we had direct sunlight, so it was just a very nice color story, I find myself. Because I knew the sun was going to be very strong and very direct, I went for super glowy natural makeup and nice, you know, glossy kind of hair, slightly bit, you know, wavy, just because I thought it would complement the idea very well, just give a bit of bounce from the white. You know, we added a good bit of highlight all over her body because I just think it reflected really nicely, and it just added to the story as well. So what do you guys think? Let me know if you like the whole color coding idea. I'm going to be doing a bit more of that because I'm really obsessed with color coding nowadays. And I'm going to be adding some more boards on my Pinterest. So if you want to follow me there, make sure you do. I'm going to add the link below so you can just click and follow. Also check out my Instagram, and if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.